Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start with the use of cameras inside the Adobe Character Animator. Okay, so basically, when you are animating anything for your final project, if you don't have any sort of cameras, the camera shot like shots or camera movement, your animation will look boring. It will not look creative, it will not look dynamic. So in order to make it more interactive, more dynamic, more attractive, you have to use and different camera shots. So that's what we will learn today, and this is highly important that you use this for your final projects, for all your projects that you will be working on in future also. Okay, because without cameras, anything that you're playing is just one scene, and like there is no you can say kind of interaction with the viewer and the animation. So to make it more interactive, more attractive, there should be some camera shots, so it doesn't look static, it should look dynamic. Okay, so for that purpose we should use cameras most of the time whenever we are using any kind of animation. So there should be a lot of camera shots, but don't change the camera shots, camera angles uh, kind of more frequently. So whenever there is a need, keep on changing that, but you have to make it dynamic. You should have different camera shots here. Okay. Now, before going further, what I want to do here is that all the old animation from this video I will delete. So I will take all these animations and delete all the old ones so that we can work on the new ones. Okay, so I have unchecked everything except for the walk-in gym. Now, right now, we don't have any sort of camera over here. So what we have is a single video. Okay, and this video we just have the act like our like puppet that is moving around. Okay, so you can just animate him here or there, or any kind of thing that you want to do, you can do with your the puppet. Okay, and there are some uh, shots here, some triggers that you can use the triggers here as well. Okay, now why these triggers are little like really important, because of their keys over here that we have given: 1, 2, 3, 4, and D, Y, G. All these are important, so you have to make sure that you know them. The reason is that when you add another keyframe, okay, or sorry, a trigger or replay, so the keys that you are given, like giving the like to the new one, you have to make sure you don't give the same, because otherwise, if you will give the same, they will not look like they will play at the same time, and then you will have two things playing at the same time, which is not right. Okay, unless you want them to play at the same time, that's fine, but if you don't want them to play same time, so you have to make sure that you know all your keys that you have. Okay, now about the cameras. Camera in movies, in cartoons, anywhere you will see it creates dynamism. Suppose in movies you won't see any film that is shot in this full view. Okay, So not a whole movie will be shot in that view. There will be a lot of camera shots. And apart from that, if you will watch cartoons on television, they all have, like anywhere you will watch the cartoons, okay, they all have different camera shots as well to create interest, to generate like dynamic output. So cameras are really important. I'm saying that again and again because for your final project you should have a lot of camera shots. If there are one or two camera shots or no camera shots, you will there are high chances of like losing a lot of marks. So you have to make sure that you should have a lot of camera shots, okay? But they should not change frequently. Whenever there is a need, they should be changed. So there should be a good balance between your shots in the camera, okay? So now how the camera works here. So in the older version, like there were no camera shots, but in the new version, they have the cameras now. Okay. Before what like they used to do was that either changing the camera shots in by making fake camera shots in After Effects or in Premiere, but now a new camera is added in the newer version, so you can use those. Okay. Before there were some shots, like some options over here, just like transform options. So if you will see here, there is a transform. Now this transform before was used as a camera. Okay. Nowadays, like now, as we have the new like camera option, so we don't use it. Before we used to scale it up, scale it down for the close-up shot, for the far shot, near shot. Now we don't do that anymore because we have our own cameras. So to bring up the camera, you have to go to the scene on the top. Then you have here new scene camera. Now as you click on it, you will get a new camera over here. Okay. Now at this stage, my character is not moving. I can turn him on from here. So now you can see the character is also moving, or I can turn it off. It's up to you. Now, as soon you will get the camera, you will notice that there are a lot of camera options given over here. Now, just to explain, what I will do here is that I will just close my like webcam from here so I can easily focus only on the camera right now. Otherwise, the character will be like keep on moving. So here we have the camera, and now this is the camera of like a completely different camera options here. Now in the camera option, we have a lot of different options. Okay, not too many, but we have here the position, XY, zoom, and rotation. Now position, we can use X and Y for the panning, like when the camera moves left or right. So if I will go here, move it left to right, so this is the camera is moving. Okay, so this is what moving, like this is what it's the camera that is moving right now. Okay, so you can see that. And similarly we have the Y. Okay, then we have zoom, camera zoom. Let's zoom the camera in or out. Then we have rotation shot. Okay, rotation, we usually don't use it a lot. Maybe if you have a scene, the intense scenes where you have to use a touch angle or something like that, so maybe for that purpose you can use this. Otherwise you don't need to use this one. Now make sure if you're only working on the camera, if you're only focusing on the camera, you disarm everything over here except for the camera. So I can disarm walking gym also, but just to for the sake of showing it or like checking it, you can turn it on. But the foreground, background, everything I have already turned it off so that I have only the camera just as this. One more thing I would like to do over here is that to arrange my background and foreground, because they all are different layers. So I will just zoom out. What this will do is that this will help me to understand how my camera is moving basically. So I have here foreground. I will just go to the foreground option and move my foreground a bit so I can have at least two items in the foreground. So maybe this is fine. Okay, so at least I have two items here in the foreground. This will help us to understand like basically more about the camera when we will move more forward. Now, in the camera, we have one more option, which is which is the mouse and touch input. Now, if you're using a touch screen, you can use this one. So right now it's disabled. If I will turn it on, so what it will do is that it will turn on two things. First of all, it will allow me to use my mouse. Secondly, it will give me a smoothing option. So with this, I can use my mouse to move the camera, pan the camera, or it will allow me to zoom in and out. Now, sometimes what happens is that uh, your cameras, okay, sometimes what happens is that your camera are the camera like when you like moving around with the mouse here, it is a bit like your hand is shaking. It's not smoother. Like suppose if I'm moving it around here or there, so what is happening is that it's not moving it correct, like with a smoothing like a smooth speed, or like there is no smooth translation or smooth transition over here because my hand maybe is shaking, or if I'm zooming in or zooming out, maybe my mouse wheel is not that smooth while moving. I have some like a mouse that have a uh, not a fine like a zooming in and zooming out option here. So what I can do here is that there is an option here which is known as smoothing. If I will turn it all the way up, like maybe more like 50, and then if I will try to move my camera, you will see that it has made my movement little smoother, even if I zoom in and zoom out. And if I will move it even more, like 100, so you can see that it's more smoother. It kind of gives you a delay. When you move it around, it doesn't move at the same time, like it doesn't move at the same time. It gives a little bit delay, so you have some smooth or like a kind of result. If I move here, then it moves, but smoothly. So this is quite a good way of doing this, but you don't turn it on all the way up. Maybe 50 at this time is fine. And then if you want, you can just move it back here. Okay, and if you want to reset, just press it one time and then the second time press it again to enable it, so it will get resetted. Now what you can do here is that you can record this with your mouse as well, by moving or with the touch screen. So I can just press the record button, and as soon it will start recording, I can move. Oops, there is one thing here. I have to delete the animation from the foreground. Okay, now it's fine. So if I will start recording, now it's recording, and I can go left and I can go right, down, up. Okay, but just notice when I'm moving, his hand is also moving. Let me stop it. Because his recording mode was also on. So if I will play it, so you can see that whatever I have done with my mouse, it's all recorded. Now let me undo whatever I have recorded, and I will uncheck him, and now I will start recording. So always make sure, if you're working on the camera, it's always better to disarm everything, turn off recording option for anything that you have, and only keep the camera recording on, so that such issues that we were facing right now, we won't face it. So if I will just go in the recording mode now, so I can just start recording. So now you can see that he's not moving at all. Or suppose you want him to only speak or talk, so you can just go to his layer, turn off everything except for the like voiceover or his lip sync, so that you can turn it on. Now you can see that I have my camera touch input there and the audio. So this is how the touch input actually works. I will delete this because I don't need it right now, and I will turn off the touch input. So it's better not to play too much with the mouse and touch input, but sometimes what happens, you want an effect like, handy cam effect, or you want to show that someone else is recording a person from his mobile phone, and you want to give that kind of effect. So for those handheld effect or for amateur camera effect, you can use this mouse and the touch input. Now, to better understand, what I will do is that I will create another like character over here. Okay. Let me put him on the left side. Okay, so he's one actor here. And then what I will do here is that I will go back to the home page, and I will choose any one of the actors here. Like, so maybe Chloe, Photoshop. Now I don't want the scene of Chloe. I will just delete the Chloe scene. So I will be back to my walking gym, walking gym scene. But what I want is that I want Chloe to be part of this animation. So I will drag Chloe in this scene. So Chloe is now also here. So I will just take her and move her to the other side. Okay, and also I will uh, like disarm her. So if you want to work only on him, you can turn him on, and if you want to work on her, then you can also turn her on. So at the same time, you don't turn on both of the actors, because if you will do that, it will not properly work. And because both of them will be talking at the same time, you can see that, and this is not you actually want. So you do one at a time. Okay. So I will work with the camera. Now, how the camera actually works? The camera works with keyframing. Okay. Suppose I want the scene to start from here and then zooms at him and then zooms at her. But I want that shot to be cut. Cut means they should be cut shots. These should be cut shots, not a single ongoing shot. So for the cut shots, it's like one shot is there, then cut, then a different shot, then cut a different shot. There is no like camera animating. It's like one different camera shot, other different camera shot, other different camera shots. So this is so just like this, it's a different like cut shot. So how I will work on this one is that I will just go to the camera. Okay, let me close all these here. Keep the camera on, and this small arrow, if you will see, this is on, so it will show me whatever I'm adding. Now uh, here is my wide shot. So what I can do here is that I can just simply go here in the zoom, click on the zoom, this button. Okay, then I will go to position Y and position X. All of them I will take it, and I have it on my scene here. Okay, you can notice that all are here. Just to show you around, this is what I have. Now if I will go to this part, suppose here I want to zoom in on the on Jim. So I have to do is that I have to go at this spot, zoom in, okay, and zoom at him. But here what will happen is that when the animation will start, and if I will play, it will be an animated camera which will zoom at him. Okay, and this is not what I want right now. I want a cut shot. To work with the cut shot, what you need to do is that you have to take all these frames, right click on them, okay, and once you right click on them, you have here toggle hold keyframe. Now I'm right now in the linear, or you can make them ease. Always try to keep them ease in, ease out, so there is like a spline in your animation, like there is a curve in your animation. It will look more nicer, more cartoonish. Linear will give you constant speed and it will not look that good. Okay, so here what I will do is that I will just go to the toggle hold keyframe, And once I will do this, you can see that the keyframes are now changed to something else. Now here I want it to play normally, and then I will go back here to this spot. I will do the same thing. Zoom. Okay. Position X. And position Y. You can see that I have hold keyframes here, hold keyframes here. Now he zoomed it a lot. I actually don't want him to zoom that much. Okay. Now I will go to maybe something here, and I will move to her. Okay, so it will only make a shot of X, not for Y and zoom. So you have to manually click over here so you can get the shot for Y and zoom also. Otherwise what will happen is that it will not look right. You have to create a shot for a position Y and also for the zoom. So once you are done with this, and if we will go back here, and if I will play, so you will see something like this. Okay, we are having like a normal video. They both can be talking. He can talk, and then she can talk also. Then he starts talking, and as soon as he starts talking, so the camera jumps at him. Okay, and then he's talking about something, and then uh, all different kind of shops is happening, and then it jumps at her. Okay, so let's do that practically here. I'll turn off the camera now, and I will go to walking gym. Okay, and I will turn him on. Everything is on from here. I'll put his one hand down and this one hand up. So I will start recording. Hello everyone, my name is Jim. Okay, so I will stop that recording here now. Now I will hide that. I will disarm him, and I will go to Chloe only. Okay, and I can put her one hand down here and this one down. Okay, and I can start. Hello everyone, my name is Chloe. Okay, so we have this shot here. Now what I will do here is that let me turn it on. Okay. Now one thing I will do here is that I will click on these two and turn on the shy, so I don't have the voice right now here. Otherwise what will happen, I will have too many layers and it will be very hard for me to focus. Now I will go or keep it open for now. I can just move down. Now I will record only Jim, and you can see that from here Jim, it will be focused on Jim. So that's why I will make him recorded. Okay. and we both came here tell you about the new camera. And now in this camera scene, you can see that right now I'm talking, and next scene will be different. Now from here, I will stop, then I will go to Chloe and I will turn on her recording and I will start her recording. Yes, because this scene is my scene and now I'm the one who is talking in this scene. Okay, so both are done. Now to view it, I'll just go to back here. Okay. And let's see how it plays. Hello everyone, my name is Jim. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Chloe. And we both came here tell you about the new camera. And now in this camera scene, you can see that right now I'm talking and next scene will be different. Yes, because this scene is my scene and now I'm the one who is talking in this scene. So you can see that how much like difference it makes. It creates a lot of difference when you have the camera. So if you will have the camera, obviously your animation will look good. I will right now delete everything that we have done so far. So that okay, and also this one. Now, if I want to create them again to regular, so what I will do, I will just select all of them, right click and make them ease. If I will do ease, so you can see that now they, instead of kind of cutting, they will start animating. So you can change a cut camera scene to an animated camera scene. So that also you can do. So there is a lot you can do with the camera animation. Okay, but most of the time you don't do this shot. But in some scene where you want to follow the actor or you're following lead or something, there you will use the panning. There you will use the zoom in. But in our scene we didn't use that and it looks good, it looks fine. Okay, so but use in your video, in your final project, use all kind of camera movement, mostly cuts, also panning animation, also zooming animation. Okay, and if you will see your rubrics, if you will go to your rubrics, which I will show you again in the end of the class, you will see there is a separate area which says about the camera movement. So to get those marks, you have to do this, and also it will make your like there are a lot of things that are connected to the camera. Now this one is like a kind of simple camera animation, but but we'll see how we can do more about this one. Now here in the camera, you will see that we have create triggable shot. Now if I will click on create triggable shot, so what it will do is that it will create a trigger automatically. You can see that there is a trigger here. Now I can give a number like a number to it, and I have to make sure that you are not supposed to give the same keys that you have given already. Maybe I will give this to Q. Okay, so this is shot 1, Q. Now if I will zoom in and move, okay, one more thing here is that suppose if if I'm panning X and Y, you can see I don't have much of the issue. Only issue I have face is here because there is no uh, background at this point. Okay, but if I'm moving to the other side, like slowly, like here or there, so I don't have any sort of issue. The reason is that because it is wide. So always keep your background more than you need. Okay, like suppose my background, if I will go zoom out here, it's a lot. It's like, I have a lot of like space here, a lot of space here that I can use as my background. That's good, but I don't have anything on the top or bottom. So suppose if I will now pan down or up, I will have this issue. So create your background and try to create your background with the extensions. So it should be extended from on the top, on the bottom, left and right. So you have enough room so that your actors can walk, your camera can zoom in correctly, it can pan back and forth, left and right, top and bottom. So that you need to do with your shots. Okay, so try to keep extended like clips. Now let me zoom in here and move back here.